So at home was myself, John, my wife Carolyn, her daughter Olivia, who's 8, and Cara, who's 5.
When Cara was born, she was born quite small and there was a few issues with feeding difficulties. And eventually we were discharged from hospital after a week. But in the next 3 months, she just wasn't really growing, she wasn't developing, and there was a few little issues. At 4 months old, she then started developing seizures. And on one particular day, she had 26 seizures, which prompted a visit to Hold Hay, and she was diagnosed at that point as having a rare genetic condition, which results in her having quite severe disabilities and quite complex needs. At home,
It's very busy, isn't it?
It's a busy life. John works as an engineer, I'm a nurse, and it's a busy day. We get up at 6 o'clock to, Cara's obviously quite difficult to get ready in the mornings. It takes a lot longer to get her ready, to give her a medication, her feed. When we come home in the evenings, again, Cara's needs are 24 hours, so we have to care for her in the evening. She doesn't sleep well at night, so it's quite a tiring day, really.
It is, yeah. You come home from work and it's like straight away you're into get the medicines ready, prepare the feed, because Cara's obviously peg fed as well, and then we have to get ready for bed. And then there's other things going on in the house, so you still got to maintain the household as well. So it's not just work and looking after the kids. There's other jobs to do.
And then at the weekends, sort of our days off, we like to go out with the children and do things, but we're very restricted because of Cara's needs. We can't just have a normal day out. Often places aren't accessible for Cara. You don't have the changing facilities she needs. We're not able to sort of get up and go away for the weekend, are we?
No.
Because Cara has a lot of equipment that's involved to care for her at home. Again, weekends are very busy and we have to really think about what we want to do on our time off, don't we?
Yeah. It doesn't just stop as well when the kids are in bed. Throughout the night, there's times where we can be up 3-4 times during the night as well to see to Cara. We've got cameras everywhere and stuff in Cara's room, and it's like every little noise, boom, awake, looking at the cameras and stuff, making sure everything's all right. And that can go on through the night as well. Just little things like that, keeps you awake. And
when Cara comes to Zoe's place initially, when we first became aware of Zoe's place and we were offered some respite here for Cara, I was quite reluctant to leave Cara with anyone else. She's got quite significant needs and I was quite anxious about leaving her anywhere. So initially we accessed a respite on a daily basis. It was 1 or 2 days a month where she would come, and then that progressed and we eventually left Cara here for a full weekend. When Cara did come here for that weekend, what we realised was that she was really settled here. She seemed very happy. The staff are obviously, very experienced in looking after children with quite significant needs.
Fantastic.
All the facilities that they've got here. So we found that we were actually very comfortable that weekend. That initial weekend we didn't do much but stay at home next to the phone.
Yeah.
But since then, Cara has often come here for a weekend each month, which allows us to have an evening out, take her sister out for a day somewhere where we wouldn't normally be able to visit with Cara because we're having to think about her needs. We can get up and go away for a weekend again with Olivia. We get a night's sleep, don't we, and a little bit of rest as well during that weekend where we're not having to worry about Cara's constant needs throughout that day. And we've also been very lucky in that Cara's been able to stay here for a full week, which has allowed us the opportunity to go on holiday abroad. Since Cara was diagnosed, that was life-changing for us as a family. Without, Cara coming here for respite, we would never have had some of the opportunities that allows us to have. We wouldn't have been able to go on holiday with Olivia. A couple of years ago as well, we got married and 2 of the staff from Zoe's place came to the wedding and looked after Cara, didn't they, all day that day. And then she came back and stayed in the hospice for 2 nights. The day for us would have been very different had we have been having to worry about a medication to feed, entertaining her. She can't entertain herself, she can't do anything for herself. We wouldn't have been able to stay over at the hotel that evening. Just having the staff there with her, it was just, we were able to enjoy a day that everyone else is allowed to enjoy without doing worries anyway.
Cara loves sensory lights and sounds, and here at Zoe's place there's a sensory room, which Cara absolutely loves.
And her other favourite thing is the hydrotherapy pool. Cara loves swimming. Now that she's a bit bigger, she's a little bit heavy for us to take to, you know, the swimming pool. So when she comes here again, accessing the hydrotherapy pool is really relaxing for her.
Just like to say a big thank you to all of those people and businesses who support Zoe's Place. It makes a massive difference to people like myself and Carolyn and Olivia. Thank you.